Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 20th anniversary of DocPoint, the only festival in Finland that is dedicated solely to documentaries. My name is Rose Heckens, and I'm here to moderate a Q&A with Iryna Tsilyk, the director of the film that you just saw, The Earth is Blue as an Orange. And this film is also nominated for the DocPoint-Yle Award for Best International Documentary. Well, congratulations on that, Iryna, and welcome. How are you doing? Where in the world are you at the moment?
Hi, I'm in Kyiv at my own apartment, and I'm very glad to see you and to have a chance to meet all of you, because this year was so weird, but my film is much more lucky than me. It travels around the globe, it meets different people, so I'm very glad that the viewers in Finland have the chance to watch it as well.
That's great. Yeah, I can imagine. So let's dive into the film. Maybe a good question to start with, especially in this film, is how do you know the family? Where did you first meet them?
You know, everything has started from some other idea, actually, because we considered, me and our producer, to shoot the documentary film about very cool project. It's Ukrainian project which is called Yellow Bus. Different professional filmmakers arrange cinema camps for children in the war zone. So we had some research, we met different teens, and I was trying to combine different lines all together, but it was really complicated for me as a beginner, to make this group film portrait. And then I decided to change the idea because I met two sisters, Miroslava and Nastya, in one of that cinema camps. And they invited me and my team to their hometown, to a small town which is called Krasnohorivka. And when we came there and when we met their mother and siblings, and when we saw all that, house full of cats and music and all that things. So we immediately decided to change the idea and to observe only this family.
All right. And like you seem to have quite a close bond, especially with Miroslava. How did that develop from the first meeting at this cinema camp that you mentioned to really filming within their so like intimate home?
That was a long way, actually. The first meeting with them was quite nice because I was a tutor in one of that camps, and these two sisters, Miroslava and Nastya, they came to me and they told me that they know the song. I was the poet and the author of the words of this song, and that was really nice. And that's why I remembered these two girls quite well. But later, when we decided to shoot the film about them, I found out that I have to spend a lot of time together with this family because if you want to shoot the intimate film, you should spend as much time as it possible. So we have been coming many times during 1 year, and we've been living together with this family because they invited us to live with them. So, it was some kind of a commune because we lived together, we cooked and talked about everything, not just shooting the film. So, yes, that was a long way to friendship, actually.
I see. So can you sum up like how much time were you there, like maybe spending together and then filming?
I'm not sure how many days we've spent together, but we've been coming something like, 7 or more times for a week or something like that during the year.
Okay.
But generally, I've spent 2.5 years to make this film, for everything, for shooting and post-production and everything like that.
How big was the team? So how big was the commune in that sense?
The team was actually not very big. It was me and my cinematographer, Vyacheslav Tsvitkov, and also two sound engineers. They are the couple and very nice guys. but actually they were changing each other. So one of them was coming with us. But my cinematographer is my big luck, because that was my first time when I was shooting with him. And as to my opinion, that was a very, I don't know, lucky and happy meeting with him.
Yeah, because I guess you have to have a good connection also within your team to be in such an intimate atmosphere and so close to your own characters in your film.
Yeah, that is true. I guess that documentary filmmaker has to be also the good psychologist. I'm not sure about this word in English. Yeah, but it's also one of your tasks to feel the people around you and to create some special atmosphere in your team and uh, on your set. And it's actually not the set as in the fiction films, because it's some real life and real people, and that is the most complicated thing, and that was the biggest challenge for me, to feel that people and to understand what should I do to open these doors to their lives.
Yeah, because as far as I understood, like you have been making fiction films before, and this is your first feature-length documentary, right?
Actually, I had some experience before in documentary filmmaking, but I did only 2 short films, and that was also a very interesting experience. I made 2 short films for Cinema Almanac about women at war, and that was a, I don't know, big challenge to shoot that strong, cool, and very traumatized women, and that were my first steps. And then I've decided to shoot my debut full-length film, I mean The Earth is Blue as an Orange. But at the moment, I tried to shoot fiction film again,
Okay.
so I'm balancing between these two.
But it seems like war in your films has played a big role, and talking about you being with them also made me think of the maybe danger you put yourself in spending time in a difficult area. Can you tell a bit about how you dealt with that situation, like visiting there? Because of course we see very beautiful moments also there, but at the same time you are mirroring it with the fact that outside world is very much different than their creative inside world at home. How was that for you to be there and to deal with that in a situation making a film?
The war in Ukraine is going on for the 7th year, and it's really impossible to avoid this topic and to live some life which is not connected to all that kind of things. And actually, I was trying to be somehow active from the very beginning. For example, I took part in different literary readings in the frontline zone from the very beginning of the war. And also my husband, he's a writer, but he has to serve as a soldier. And that was a very surreal experience for my family too, because I've never expected that I am the woman who lives in the 21st century and I have to wait for my husband from the frontline zone. And later I did these few films because I don't know, but I feel that it's really important for me to try to understand what does it mean to be the military or to be the civilian who lives in the frontline zone. But when you come there again and again, you know, at first, when you come there with your fresh eyes, you feel really weird and surprised and shocked with all that parallel dimensions of war and peace that cross each other in this zone. But when you come there again and again, you get used to this reality, and you don't react to the sounds of shells, and you know all that rules of the game, because when you shoot there, first of all, you should be very careful, because you are responsible not for your life but also for the lives of your team. For example, we had a few situations. At first, I wanted to shoot a very beautiful shot in the field with puppies, and later, and we did not have a chance to do it. But later we found out that it was really dangerous there, because it were a few snipers there, and also that was a minefield. So when you are shooting there, you should know again that rules of the game, and you should be connected with the militaries who serve there, because it's really important to be in touch with them. But it's not really, how to say, when you do that, you actually got used to all that things.
Yeah, you were actually like, as the family, kind of living your daily work life there and getting used to it. Wow. Like, I also think that the film has some very beautiful moments that are sort of gifts from reality. Like, was there any favorite moment that you experienced that, like, wow, this is happening and this is so nice for the film?
Yes.
Like the getting into the school was such an exciting moment.
Yes, exactly. That was one of the most special gifts for us, because every documentary filmmaker knows how complicated this task to catch that special moments of real life. And we were waiting for this moment when mother gets this news that the daughter has a chance to be the student, and that was like, wow, okay, we've got it. And we also had I don't know, so many other special moments. For example, this final scene when you saw the screening of the family's film for the inhabitants of the city. I did not use that footage in the film, but I want to share it with you, because at the moment of that screening, I was standing between the screening hall and the corridor, and that was a very weird minute, because I was listening to the sounds of shells from the film, and at the same time it were the real sounds of shells from outside, and it crossed each other, and that was like, wow. So that is a crossroad of cinema and real life. And I did not know how to use it in our film, but I remember this moment very well.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that with us now. Can you tell a bit about, like, I'm thinking about this screening that you had in the film, of the film that they were making in the film. Did you also show the end result, this documentary, in that town with the citizens or with the family?
I'm not sure, did I understand the question? Did I screen my film to?
Yes.
Not yet, unfortunately, because this year it how to say, breaks so many plans, unfortunately, due to all that pandemic restrictions. So we did not have a chance to come there and to arrange the screening. And I really wanted to do that, but we are still waiting for this chance. And even the mother, I mean Anna, she was waiting so long time to watch our film, because she wanted to watch it on the big screen. But finally we had this chance 1 month ago, because we had a big premiere in Kiev. And all the family, the mother, and not 4 but 5 children already, because she became the mother for the 5th time. Yes. Yes, that was a big surprise for all of us. But she came to Kiev and she took part in this big premiere, and that was a very happy moment.
I bet. Like, how was their response to the film? And I'm especially curious about Miroslava, because it must be so interesting to film a young student that has like forming her own ideas about what film is. Like, I could imagine that she's very critical, or maybe I don't know. Like, I'm
You know,
curious.
that was also a very special moment because Miroslava, she was with us at Sundance at our world premiere. So she was crying and laughing all the time while she was watching the film. But I also want to say a few words about her own film, because
Yeah,
I'm so happy that she finally finished it and she applied it to festivals, and she even had a chance to take part in some of them, and she won the prize 1 month ago. So I was so happy for her, because this film also has some festival life now, and that's cool that we helped them somehow to start this journey.
exactly. That's beautiful to hear. I think I would like to ask one more question about the title of the film, because it's a very kind of poetic title, and as you mentioned actually before, you're a poet yourself and have been doing readings. What is the meaning of the title like referring to?
You know, I was trying to find some special words, some, I don't know, quote that could convey that sense of surreality that you feel when you come there to the frontline zone, because you see so many situations which look really weird. I mean, different things that are combined together, and people got used to that, but it looks really surreal for people from some other worlds. For example, when you see two girls in beautiful dresses that take a picture in front of the shelled school, and at the same time you see the military tracks behind them.
Yeah.
So I was watching so many situations like that, and I was trying to find some poetic title, and then I found this quote from Paul Éluard's poetry, and as to my opinion, it fits quite well.
Definitely. Yeah, it's a beautiful title and a beautiful film. We're gonna round up. Thanks so much for having time to talk to us and to the audience in Helsinki. I want to present you something, like to show our gratitude. We have a present for you. This is a forest certificate, and this means that as a festival, we're very aware of our carbon footprint, and to balance that out and reduce that, we invest in a little piece of forest in your name, and this is the certificate for that. So we'll post this to you, and you will have a little piece of forest.
Wow. What a beautiful present.
It's not the flowers, but this is our way of thanking you for being here.
It sounds fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks to the audience, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the festival.
Thank you so much.